Hey guys, let's go over the ESF air-to-air system that I use. Now again, this is focused on the Mosquito, but however, it will apply to the Scythe and the Reaver because the method behind all this madness, it's the same, it'll just apply. So I'm just going to show you my loadout for the Mosquito. So controversially, I use the M18 Needler. Now the reason for this is it gives me ground attack potential beyond the aerial attack, and I am quite good with the Needler as well, so to me it doesn't really seem that big of a deal. However, if you want pure air-to-air damage, you're going to want to go after the M18 Rotary. That's the best air-to-air weapon by a mile as far as the cannon goes. But it's not really that good at doing any damage to vehicles. It's pretty good at killing infantry, I'll give it that, but not for vehicles. So my thinking behind it is, you know what, give me something where I can kind of contribute to an attack, or I can do something if there's no air-to-air targets available, beyond just trying to find infantry to kill. And as far as attachments go, I've got the 1.25 zoom attachment and the ammo. Now, in the previous video with the ground assault guide, I actually forgot to equip this. The ammo capacity 1 costs 1 cert, so get that, because 1 cert is absolutely nothing, and more bullets is always good. Now for utility, we've got the decoy flares, which they remove lock-on from air-to-air, enemy air-to-air missiles and air-to-ground missiles, which is the only defense you've really got against the lock-on missiles, beyond trying to fly like an absolute hero around all the terrain, attempting to cause the missile to crash into something or completely lose lock-on. For defense, I've gone for the composite armor. Now this is so I take less damage from flak, because AA maxes do loads and loads of damage. They will wipe you out really quick. So 10% reduced damage against flak, that's good. Also flak-based defense turrets as well. You'll take reduced damage off them. Infantry small arms fire. Now this doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, but over time it tends to add up. If you're fighting over a heavily contested area, infantry do tend to fire at the lights in the sky, and they will do damage to you. So 20% reduced damage, that's good in my book. Now for performance, the dogfighting airframe. Now, as the name suggests, this is for dogfighting. Now I've got level 2 of this. This has increased my turn, roll and agility. If you look at the mouse pointer on the screen, so when you go into a dogfight, it sort of goes like a spiral, like this type of thing. Yeah, and if you've got the dogfighting frame, your spiral is like this. This means you get inside their big spiral and you can bring your guns to bear faster and absolutely smash them. It's great. Now for the real meat of the air-to-air build is the air-to-air rocket pods. Now these are absolutely devastating. They have a very short range, but that doesn't really matter all that much. I'll show you in the example, which will follow this brief loadout explanation. So as far as attachments go for this, I've got the 1.2 zoom optics. Now this costs 1 cert, so you may as well get it. And ammo is absolutely critical, because you can see there I've got ammo capacity 2, which only means I've got 6 missiles. So I've got 1 equipped and 6 in the pod. So you've got 7 rockets. That's not really a lot. So anything you can do to increase the rockets, do that, or the ammo capacity. So I guess we best jump into the explanation. I'll see you after the break. Okie dokie, so you can see I've put a waypoint down. I've just spawned at the warp gate. I've put my waypoint down. I've gone towards my waypoint. You kind of need to know where you're going, so always drop waypoints down. Give yourself a bit of, somewhere to go. This is a Reaver which has strayed way too close to our warp gate. Never ever fly this close to any enemy warp gate, especially when they've got such a massive force concentration there. I'm guessing that guy was a noob and he paid the price and now he's dead. Always open the minimap. Press H on your keyboard and make the minimap larger, because you'll see enemies as they fly into range, and that's good. So I'm hovering around trying to pick up some targets, and I've found a Reaver there, so I've switched to my air-to-air rockets. Now the idea with these is to get the enemy within the circle target there, the crosshair. The missile locks on, it flashes red, green, and then you fire. So the missiles hit the guy and it's done quite a bit of damage. My usual tactic is to fire 1 missile at 1 target and then follow up with a cannon. Sometimes I might fire multiple missiles, and that's if things are getting a bit bad, or they're starting to escape or whatever. Now don't be frightened about using out of bounds, because you can return quite quick if you're in an aircraft. So I'm engaged in quite a bit of a dogfight with this guy. He seems to know what he's doing. He's trying to get inside my turn. He's coming around. But I think this is where my dogfighting airframe has really given me the advantage. I don't know what this guy's got equipped, but I've managed to turn inside out, and I've got on this guy's tail, and I've managed to fire one of my rockets off, and it's hit him. That's done quite a bit of damage, and again followed up with a cannon, and now he's dead. As soon as the missile hits, it doesn't really take that much from the cannon to finish them off. And you could fire another missile if you wanted to, but because you don't have that much in the way of ammunition, it's generally better to just fire the one and then finish them off with the cannon fire. So if you look at my minimap, I just caught wind of another guy there. Always look at the minimap. Keep looking at the minimap. If anybody's played StarCraft 2, you'll keep looking at the minimap. Like Day 9 says, look at the minimap. Keep looking at the minimap. Because you will see the enemy popping up. Like I can see Reavers that are showing up there on the minimap. I know they're behind me. It's like, okay, let's turn around and see what we can, find out. See if we can give them a bit of a beating. So there's a Reaver by the biolab. So I've got the jump on this guy. He doesn't really know I'm coming. He's turned around. It's too late for him. He's been hit with a rocket. I should be able to finish him off quite easily with a cannon. But it looks like he's maybe getting away. So let's make sure. Let's give him another rocket. I could have probably killed him with a cannon there, but it's always better to get the kill. If if you think that they maybe, there's a chance they might be able to slip away, fire another rocket at them if you get the chance. So again with the rocket, you see it flashing red, it goes to green, and you fire the missile. Always fire the missile, if you can, behind the target, because if you fire it at the target as you're coming towards, or if you're flying towards each other, the rocket might actually miss and fly past, which is bad. Always try and fire it on their tail, because it will hit them 90% of the time, unless they have got flares, or they're some sort of hero and fly around like one of the purple spikes there on Ezimir. I mean, they could theoretically do that and cause the missile to hit it, but they generally don't really have that much time because of the short range of the rocket. You have to be quite close to them to fire the rocket. So almost all the time the rocket will hit unless they pop flares. Now there's two guys here. It's generally bad to fight two guys at the same time. While you're attacking one, the other one can get onto your tail. So I was kind of a bit hesitant there, and I didn't want to commit fully to that, because I knew the odds were against me. And that's a lot of this is about weighing up situations really quick and thinking, can I actually take that? Should I follow that craft off to wherever it's going? Is that a clever idea? I don't know. So there's no air-to-air targets in the immediate vicinity, so I'm just lending my cannon to put a bit of damage onto that Sunderer, because anything you can do while there's no air-to-air targets around is great. And that's where the Needler is a bit more effective than things like the M18 Rotary. So my ammo's running kind of low, so it looked like, not much was going on there. So it's a good time to go back and reload. So I've landed, jumped out because I'm the engineer. I'm going to fix my Mosquito up because I'm the engineer. Always use the engineer. As I said before in the previous guide, you could maybe use light assault if you know you're going to crash, but I think we're beyond that. We should be able to play as engineers and repair stuff. A little bit of a noob mistake here. I kind of took off without fully reloading, so I've only got 6 missiles there, so I came back round just to reload again. Always leave with full ammunition. And then it's back to the fight. I've got my waypoint, so I know where I'm going. I mean, okay, I know where I'm going without the waypoint, but the waypoint really does help, especially when you start getting involved in the crazy dogfights and you're flipping around all over the place. So I've got a missile lock there, waited for my rocket to, waited for him to go away from me so I could fire it into his rear. Easy. Now he seems to be doing some kind of crazy manoeuvres. I've gone back for my rockets again, but he's bounced off the floor there quite luckily and spun him around, but this is going to result in him dying when the second rocket hits him, and now he's dead. That was a bit overkill. I should have just shot him with a cannon, but again, sometimes maybe you need to make sure. I don't know. I hope this has helped, guys. This is generally how I play air-to-air. It is very powerful with the air-to-air rockets at the moment. I'm not too sure whether it's going to stay like this or not. I don't know. But yeah, try not to crash into people as you're shooting them. That's a bad idea. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.